Hi, Professor Allen. It's Jessica Benson, and today I'm going to be doing my interview on Sergeant Archer. Good afternoon, Sergeant Archer. How are you today?
I'm good. How you doing?
So how are you enjoying this weather?
It's all right for now.
Oh no, I love it outside. It's really warm.
Oh, I haven't been outside today, really.
Well, it's nice outside. So I'm really interested in actually visiting the Dominican Republic, and I know that that's where you grew up, and I was just going to ask you a few questions about it, and like where you're from, and how it was like living over there, and everything.
Okay. So I grew up in Santiago de los Caballeros in Dominican Republic. It is a really nice town, so it's more up north.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would say about 3 to 4 hours from the beach.
Oh.
And I grew up in a very strict home. My mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister. I'm the oldest one. It was really nice, like a lot, very stress free, to say it like that, compared to living in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to a all female Catholic school ever since pre-K, all the way till I graduated high school.
So what was the reason, and when did you guys move to the United States?
So we moved to the United States in 2009 to New York. The main reason is the American dream, pretty much, like economy in the Dominican Republic it wasn't working out for my family. So the trip just came down, I'll say, like at perfect timing.
What state did you guys move to?
We moved to New York.
And what was the reason behind you guys moving to New York?
Mainly because my mom's family is from New York.
Okay.
They all live there, and the fact that they were going to help us get started was the main reason for it.
I know that you're currently in college right now, so I just want to talk a little bit about that. When did you start college, and what are you trying to get your degree in?
I started college back in 2008 in Dominican Republic. So I did pretty much a whole year before I moved to the States. And it was in networking and telecommunications. Ever since I was little, that was my what I really wanted to do. I was really interested in computers, and there was this big university in the art that I was just in love with, and that's where I wanted to go to school. So before I moved to the States, I actually got a half a scholarship with them, and I started my degree there, and then I moved here.
So obviously you joined the Army. Why did you join the Army, and what is your MOS?
So when I decided to join the Army, I was honestly feeling like I was not gonna be able to go to college. It has already been a little bit. It was a long time, but for a person like me that I was really into school, it was really hard being about 6 months out without no school. And
because this was after you had moved to the States.
Yes. So I started doing my research. It was really hard for me at the time to get a scholarship, maybe because I didn't study in the United States. The language wasn't the greatest, and I just came across the Go Army page, and I started reading into it. Mind you, when I was little, I liked the Army stuff. I didn't really know how to go about it, because we don't really do that in Dominican Republic, especially for females. It is very rare. So once I saw the opportunity, I was like, oh, I hit that contact your recruiter button.
So what is your MOS in the Army?
So I'm an ID2 whiskey water treatment specialist.
Okay. But currently, since we're deployed, you have a different job. Can you tell us a little bit about what you do on a daily basis in our deployed environment?
Right now, I am a battle desk NCO. It is pretty much an operations NCO. So I just pretty much track movement from personnel missions.
And is that at a company, battalion, or brigade level?
That is right now at battalion level. It actually works directly with brigade.
Okay. All right. That's awesome. You're married and you have 2 daughters. When did you meet your husband? Where did you meet him? And when were you guys married?
Oh, I met my husband back in 2011, and Washington, and from there was like a connection. Because
It always is.
we started talking back then, and then we didn't actually get married until January 2015, but we have 2 kids.
Mhm.
We have an 8-year-old daughter. Her name is Thea, and we have a 3-year-old. Her name is Brianna.
And since both of you guys are deployed out here, where are your daughters living at right now?
Well, my oldest daughter, she's right now in Virginia,
Mhm.
and the little one is at my parents' house in New York.
And we were discussing before we started shooting this, and it was your dad's birthday. And can you tell us what your daughter did on the camera for us?
Well, she's in that stage where she just wants everything for her. So as my mom is trying to have her sing happy birthday in Spanish for my dad, she changed the song up. Pretty much it was like her birthday song. And as my mom is trying to correct her that it's not her birthday, it's my dad, she got really upset and she said, no, it is my birthday. And so she sang the song for her, and then she sang the song for my mom, and it was for everybody's except for my dad's birthday.
What is the most thing that you miss since being deployed out here?
My kids. It's really hard being away from them, from little things, just getting up and making breakfast and taking them to school.
Mm-hmm.
The little things are very, very hard.
I bet it is. I couldn't even imagine, because I'm not, I don't, but I bet it's so hard. But it's so awesome when I get to hear you guys speak to your kids, and it's I find it really, really funny. I kind of laugh a little bit, like, because it's so sweet, and then they're in the background always running around on Skype, and
yes, it's really fun, and it also at the same time it's really hard because they now getting into all these things and learning, and I'm missing all this, but at the same time it's just that motivational, like when they closer or going home.
Right, exactly. So with that being said, us going home, what are your plans for when we return?
Well, right now we scheduled to PCS to go into Korea. We still don't know how that's gonna go. We really don't want to leave the kids again for another year. But right now we're just in that planning stage of what are we gonna do.
Well, do you have anything, like, right when we get back, after we go on block leave? Like, do you know where you're gonna go?
Ooh, I got so many plans because we still haven't get a honeymoon. So we are planning on that. We're still debating either we want to go back to Canada or we want to go to DR or Spain. So we just got like a list of little things that we want to do. We definitely want to go home for like at least 30 days and spend it with the kids.
Okay. So what is one interesting thing that you would like to share with us today?
One interesting thing about me is I like writing.
Okay.
And it's just not writing papers and stuff. I actually hate writing essays. But when it comes to writing about life, writing little stories about things that I go through, that my friends go through, I just relate it to something, and I just write and I create names for their lives or my feelings or whoever it is, and I just put it in paper, and I make little short descriptions of what it is without saying exactly what it is. So pretty much you have to figure it out what I'm referring to and who I'm referring to, and if you don't know me, obviously you won't know. And that's something that my husband just actually discovered.
That's really interesting. Well, this concludes my interview with Sergeant Archer. And right now I just want to take the time and say thank you very much for waking up from your nap and sitting down and talking with me and answering a few questions that I had for you.
You're welcome.
All right.